when you buy, let's say, a perfume, and after you are done using the perfume, to keep the box, which makes you happy,
exactly.
You know, it's a mental health trigger. If the males are even interested in the October boobs, man, and even the female, would you choose money you spent over your mental health?
Hello everyone and welcome to Inside GirlShield, where we have real conversations that educate, inspire and empower young people. I'm your host, Celeste Rejoice Choklo, and today we are having a discussion about something that doesn't really get talked about well enough, and that is men's mental health. You know, many men are told to stay strong, to hide their emotions and suffer in silence. But having real conversations about this can make a real difference. Joining me today is Mr. Michael Boachi, a final year student at the University of Health and Allied Sciences, who will be helping us explore the importance of mental health, emotional well-being, and why it's okay to seek support when needed. Hi, Mr. Michael.
Hello, Miss Salasi.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
How's it feeling like for you today?
It's an honor to be on a show like this since this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. We are all very interested to talk about this, create more awareness, inspire more people, and let them know that keeping everything to yourself is actually killing your own self. So I'm very honored to be on this podcast.
It's good to have you here as well, Mr. Michael. Why do you think mental health is a subject that deserves attention today, in this modern world today?
Yeah, thank you. It's an interesting topic because people think about mental health differently. They think about mental health as mental illness. It's not the same thing. So think about mental health as a system on its own. Just like how we have cardiovascular health, which is about heart health, hepatorenal health, which is about the liver and the kidney. Mental health also talks about our brain health. So it's not like an illness. It's more like how we want to, when we tell you exercise to keep your heart healthy, we also want to tell you things that you do to keep your brain health healthy. So it's more like things that we need to know about keeping our mental, psychological, and emotional well-being very, very like healthy in a way where we are able to function productively without any problem.
That's a great one day. What do you think people actually, or what comes to mind when people hear the word mental health? What's one word that comes to mind?
One word that comes into mind is they feel like it's mental disease, which is not the same. If you don't keep your mental health healthy, you get the mental disease. So we are all having our own mental health at stake, and we are always prone to having a mental condition if we don't keep our mental health safe. And since this month we are talking about men's mental health, it's very important we pin out the points because men often are trained or are raised in a way that we are shown to suppress our emotions. We are being groomed to keep everything within ourselves, and that's the main thing that causes the mental illness. That's because those things are opposite things to keeping your mental health healthy.
That's a great one there, Michael. Do you think society actually places expectations or limitations on men that make them not to seek support or help when needed?
Yes, so we normally use the term and phrase, man up, you a man, men don't cry. Those are the things that normally affect men. So anytime a man is even crying in public, we tend to be like, are you not the man we are talking? You a man and you are crying. These are things that really causes men to hide their feeling. If I would cry and people would feel like, why are you crying as a man? That would mean I would have to suppress it. And long-term suppression of an inward bad feeling is what can lead to depression, is what can lead to suicidal thoughts and any other mental health associated negative thoughts.
Wow, that's great. What pressures are facing young men that concern you the most? Young men of today, you know, we are Gen Zs, you are told to man up, come on, you're a man, you can do this. You have to hide your emotions. What do you think are some pressures facing many young men out there that concern you the most?
Yeah. So the main thing that concerns me the most, because we are Gen Zs, because we are known to be always vibrant and happy. The main problem we tend to face is we feel like everyone is fine, and we feel like it's not okay to feel fine. But that's wrong.
That's right.
We are humans, we have emotions. It's okay not to feel okay at certain points. But when we go on social media, we see everyone flaunting wealth, flaunting health, flaunting anything that they feel like it's so special for them. So anytime you feel opposite, maybe you feel down, you feel pressured, especially financial wise. So mental health is a very broad space where anything that has to do with your emotions has to do with your mental health. Let me give you an example.
Sure.
If somebody goes on social media and notice that currently everyone is switching to an iPhone 17 Pro Max, they feel pressured to now also switch. So even if they are using a 13, they feel less of themselves. And this pressure from online also hits on them. And they sometimes feel like I would have to also increase. Right now, I'm not worth that hype.
Exactly.
So if maybe they take a picture in a mirror with, let's say, XR, somebody will come into the comment section and tell them, YouTube by this thing are using XR. So it's like pressure from all around: financial, social, psychological, academics. So you would notice that sometimes it feels burdensome for males to show this emotional aspect of them. We are seen as the head, so we are always expected to be on top. Men are expected to even give girls money. Some men are expected to.
Of course, what do you expect? Do you expect me to give you money?
You see, this is the mentality. And that's why men's mental health are at stake. Because imagine we are all in school and we, in quotes, enter a relationship, a healthy one, of course. And I'm being fed by my parents. You're also being fed by your parents. But after a while, you are expecting something you saw online. Meanwhile, you might even be receiving more from your parents than I do.
Yeah.
But pressure would come from your end just because a friend of yours is receiving a phone or a package from their boyfriend who might be working. Even if you are dating me on campus, you might think that I'm supposed to do same for you.
Yeah.
That's
very true.
That would tend for you to build pressure on me. And the pressure on this guy, that financial pressure, can really have a detrimental effect on his mental health.
I think that's really an educative one there. I'm learning something. But yeah, you're supposed to give us money. You can't deny that one. Yeah. So how do you think, bringing it down to the senior high school level or within our schools, how do you think students can recognize unhealthy stress, or how can they recognize when stress is becoming unhealthy?
Okay, so currently in the educational state, we are all under stress. And stress is the main thing that causes us to have mental health issues. Forget about even mental health, your general well-being, on your heart, on your kidneys, on your liver. Stress, anytime you're under stress, you release certain hormones called cortisol. And it has several mechanisms of action that can affect your body. So being under stress on campus can actually affect how you function, how you communicate, and your emotions. So on a long term, we are supposed to identify the stresses. That's why sometimes you are being forced to sleep at a specific time for a specific duration. And any chance you get, make sure you stay away from grudges. Make sure you don't keep negative thoughts in your head. And immediately you notice a change in mood about your friend. They are now sleeping a little too much. They are now being quiet. They are now socially, like, they are isolating themselves from social gatherings, which they used to enjoy earlier. You have to be concerned. And these are the minor signs you would pick at the early stages of mental health conditions.
That's a very good one there. So how then do you think, concerning breaking the stigma, how can we then begin to break the stigma around mental health?
Okay, so currently I'm very happy June's campaign concerning mental health has been very vibrant. So we can start it from social media, like how everyone is now talking about it. And imagine now females are more interested in telling men to keep their mental health safe. So females can now hop on this campaign with us, just like how October we all hyped the breast thing.
Are you
We
sure
are also-
you hype their breast?
We all hype it.
Are
We
you
all
sure
hype it
everybody
because,
hypes it? Like,
yeah, we the
hype
males
what
are
has
even
supported.
interested in the October boobs month than even the females. And it's the same thing you have to do for men's mental health month.
Okay.
Okay. That's the first thing. Secondly, you also have to look at the environment. Right now, any person you are close to, as I've said, if you're a female and you can talk to your male friend, you can talk to your male bestie, letting them understand that feeling lonely, feeling some way, feeling lost, or feeling down is not a problem about you. It's something that you need to communicate your feelings. Feel free to cry. Feel free to explain your thought process. Feel free to tell when you feel like there's a problem. Don't think men don't show emotions. Men do show. It's just the society that was suppressing us before. But right now, I think everyone has accepted the fact that we should all express ourselves and everyone would listen. So if we are all going to listen to men when they rant or when they talk about their feeling, it's going to really help this campaign.
I think it's really going to help. Like, it's really, really, really going to help. Michael, what do you have to say to a young man out there who feels or who believes asking for or seeking for help is a sign of weakness?
Okay, so I think the main thing we have to keep in mind is being a male does not has nothing to do with you being superhuman. You are just a normal human being
Just a
like
moment.
any of us. We have only two genders. So if currently you being a man, you feel like just because of the stigma, people would feel like immediately you tell someone, I feel down, I feel depressed. Maybe you google the symptoms of depression and you fall within it. Feel free, reach out to someone, talk to someone. All these guys, we shouldn't keep our deep feelings within us. We are the best people to identify when we are going off lane. You can feel within you, I'm not myself. I'm really feeling academically stressed. I'm feeling mentally not well. I'm really feeling down. This is when you have to voice it out. Communicate to someone you trust. Now that you are creating an awareness, I just hope you can trust someone, then tell them about it. And from that angle, men can actually help themselves.
That's a very good one there. Trust someone, talk to someone. What if I reach out to somebody and then the next time I hear, oh, Ajua came to me, Kofi came to me, bro, like he's very depressed. You need to help this guy. Do you think the person will still trust that person again? How do we build a trust? How then do we build a trust?
Yeah. So this is where the thought of the person you are communicating to becomes very, very important. So imagine you are going to tell a classmate and you feel this way. What if you tell your senior housemaster? Do you think your senior housemaster might also go and stand somewhere and tell other people that this person is actually depressed? Since they are slightly older than us, they might understand us better. So that's just an option if you feel like the people around you. Because if you know someone you can trust, it's difficult to trust. But if you have people you can trust, and currently you can reach out to people way above you, people that you feel like are in positions that won't go and tell others
Alice,
this same thing you are worried about.
I think I'm getting it now. What do you think are the roles of friends and families when it comes to someone struggling? What role do they play in this concept of mental health
Yeah.
awareness?
So they are the most important people when we want to talk about mental health. Mental health actually starts from within, but people around us can crash it down. People around us are also the same people that can make it worse. If a man explains how he feels, and as she narrated, we make the person feel less of themselves or feel disappointed, that's when the next episode of the mental breakdown causes a very bad experience. But if he explained the first episode to someone and they were all willing to help, the next episode would be difficult to even develop. Because right now, they've seen that they are in a community where they are loved, where they are not judged. So, friends and families are the best people to even notice the signs. Do you know some mental health illness from these mental health conditions? We have something we call insight if we are talking about psychiatry. Insight is when somebody either know they are sick or they are not mentally. So there are some conditions that has poor insight. There are some conditions that has good insight. If the person has poor insight, you ask them, "Are you sick?" They tell you, "I'm not sick." You are the one that's sick.
It's
So
true.
the environment, that's when your mother, your father, your sibling, your sister, your friend notice it that this person has poor insight and this is the person we need to help. If the person is even having good insight, are you depressed? Oh no. But you notice all the signs and symptoms are related to depression. This person used to be a chilling boy, like every Friday, let's go out. But right now, every time they're in their room, they don't want to talk to anyone, they've gone offline, they've deleted their account. All these are minute signs that we can pick up. Then we even, so if you see these signs, you can even tell the person you are willing to help,
Yeah.
because we all have trust issues. We might
Mhm.
find it difficult to tell it. We might find it difficult to tell people by ourselves. But if people show up, oh, relax. I think I've noticed this change in you. Is there anything you would want to talk about? I'm willing to help. There are about 90% trust in this, since they've come up themselves to help you.
Thank you very much, Michael. Why do I feel like you're talking to me? No, you're not talking to me, honestly. You're not talking to me.
Yeah, we, we,
It's
we,
not
we are
getting to
all in this
me.
mental health
It's not
space,
getting to me. It's not
and
getting
we
to
feel
me.
like we are all learning, we are all trying to,
Yeah.
even
So,
though it's mental health month, we are talking about everyone's mental health.
creating the
It's just a
awareness, right?
tag. So right now, even if you're a female and you are also noticing all these signs and symptoms you are talking about relating to you, you would have to try as much as possible to pick up. Don't say it's men's mental health month. Just like how when we talk about October for boobs, men also get breast cancer,
Yeah.
but we have a tag for the women because they are majority being affected. So it's the same thing here. We are talking about you too.
Yes, okay. When it comes to healthy coping strategies, how do you think young people can manage stress and difficult emotions?
Good. So from a health perspective, we can talk about reducing stress. Let's take it from a health perspective, right? Anything that are your stresses, right now it's a balance. Stresses cause mental health, then non-stresses tend to relieve you and reduce mental health conditions. So
Exactly.
one, we would have to reduce the stresses. And we have things that we use to reduce stresses, such as exercise. Exercise is a very good like stress reliever because it has something to do with your hormones and your cardiovascular system and everything.
Yeah.
Another thing that we can talk about is your diet. Your diet has something to do with your mental health. Also, your relation with people, your sleep pattern. We have a lot, we can list a lot, but we can take the sleep pattern, your diet, and your exercise, very, very important. And also be ready to talk to people if you find any slight symptom. I think they are very important things that we can pick up.
I think that brings us to the next follow-up question, right? How do you think sleep, exercise, and social connections benefit mental health, people struggling with mental health?
Let's take it from the causes.
Right.
When mental health conditions are beginning to build up, you might not be able to pick it up early because it starts from emotions, slight emotions, like I'm no more feeling like how I used to feel, or there might be a specific trigger. A trigger like what I told you earlier on, it can come from academics,
Academics.
it can come from finances, it can
Exactly.
come from family, it can even come from your dormitory. One girl is not talking to you, or you got bounced from a boy, one girl will be bounced you, and because of that, it's causing anytime you see the girl, you get anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
And we have several conditions under mental health. Do you know that even if when you buy, let's say, a perfume, and after you are done using the perfume, you have this fantasy within you. You have this fantasy within you to keep the box, which makes you happy. Do you know it's
Exactly.
a mental health trigger? So
No,
we have
this my I
some
think this is
basic
my first
mental
time
health.
hearing this.
So we have some basic mental health conditions that we don't even know is mental health. But like if we all educate ourselves, we are all going to get it. So exercise actually increases your sympathetic nervous system.
Okay.
So sympathetic nervous system, let me break it down.
You want to break it down?
Like, you don't worry. Exercise increases your sympathetic nervous system, which later on counteracts in a way where it calms your system down. And it keeps you busy and makes your brain healthy. Let's just let's just keep it as that summary.
Okay, sure.
Also, avoiding stresses. Imagine when you go on social media and you see people doing well, you see people flaunting wealth, it makes you feel pressured.
Yeah,
If you
a
notice
lot.
that, you would have to now shuffle your FYP. Best case scenario, delete the app.
Why should I delete the app? It entertains me.
Good. So you've noticed this is the app causing this kind of panic attacks. Anytime I see these people showing wealth, I get affected. Meanwhile, this app is entertaining me. So we take the balance. Which one really affects me? Is it able to entertain you more than it's stressing you? If it's stressing you, then that means you would have to now channel your FYP in a way where things that you are consuming does not put pressure on you. Because anything that stresses you, even if academics is stressing you, you can be mentally affected.
Yeah.
So if you feel like this program is too difficult for me, this program is putting pressure on my nerves. Anytime we write IE or anytime we write a test, I'm getting a lower score. And that's making me mentally unfit. Immediately you notice all those things, you can communicate with your headmaster. This is what I'm going through. They are supposed to help you out with that. Either changing your course or any other thing.
What
Because
if it's too late?
yes, but your mental health is more important than the current situation you are in.
Let me give you a scenario. Let's just say I'm in Form 3 or I'm in Form 2, and yes, I'm struggling with academics and all of that. You want me to go to my headmaster and go and tell him that, okay, Master, please, I'm struggling with these courses. I don't think I can do this any longer. Can you change my course? That's like 2 good years of you being in school. Your parents have been literally struggling to get you your provisions, like get a lot of stuff to keep you in the school. Do you think going back will actually have very positive effects, right? By the time.
Good. So would you choose the money you've spent over your mental health? We are talking about your mental health here.
I
It's
know,
one of
right?
the most important parts of a human system. If you are mentally challenged, let me tell you, mental health conditions, you feel like you can do other things if your mental health is even affected until you meet someone who is mentally having an issue. You cannot do any other thing. Imagine you get to level 300 or third year, or you complete school and you now have a mental condition. You think somebody will employ you?
No.
So aside all these things like changing the program and all these things, we have a way where we can let you pause, go home, treat whatever within a semester or a year, come back to continue. Because anything that would have a detrimental effect on your mental health needs to be sorted out before you go on with your life. Because even at the end, if your mental health is not stable, it will be difficult for you to enjoy that aspect of you that you were actually trading your mental health for.
Exactly. I'm guessing it. Well, yeah, at this point, I know I'm not speechless. I'm not going to be speechless anyway. When do you think we someone struggling with mental health can reach out to a therapist, a counselor, or a trusted person?
Okay, so we all need to talk to someone, whether you feel like you are fine or you are not fine. So mental health is more like, let's see, it's a it's a constant something with us. It's more like, don't think about it as an isolated space. It's us. Mental health is you.
It's
So
us.
each and every period in time, you are working with your mental health, you are socializing with your mental health, your productivity is being affected, your academics is being affected. So at each and every point, you are supposed to try and talk to someone, your parents, your siblings, about things that you feel like are affecting you. So it's not like you wait until you feel like I'm depressed before. So when you feel like right now I'm no more interested in something I used to have interest in, ask someone, oh, do you also feel like this at this period of time? Or ask yourself, what is actually making me lose interest? Maybe at first you liked going out, an incident happened and right now you don't want to go
Go
out
out
again.
again.
That's different. But if you feel like within you things are changing, you're not sleeping more, or you cannot even sleep at night because you have something on your mind that's eating you up. The future is really hitting you hard. That's where men's mental health come into play. Men really think about their future. How can I sort this thing out? How can I have the future I'm picturing in my head? All these things, anytime you feel like the pressure is building within you, try to explain to someone that this has been the thing on my mind of late. This is what is really eating me up. This is what I'm actually struggling with, so that anyone that has slight advice, especially your parents wouldn't want to trade any aspect of your life for your mental health. Because immediately you are mentally down now, everyone around you would be affected, because they cannot leave you alone at home. Your parents has to trade maybe their occupation to stay with you at home. Even if
Exactly.
it develops into a mental illness, you are not going to stay in a mentally challenged space where later you are going to be declined of certain occupations. It's a whole lot. So we are all trying not to even get there. So you shouldn't even get a mental health symptom before you seek for mental, like, uh, before you seek for mental education. It's online, it's everywhere, but make sure you are talking to someone anytime you feel any symptom, so we can all go and read about mental health. We can all get well educated, so that immediately it starts, we can seek support.
Seek support. Yeah, seek support. Talk to a trusted person.
Yeah.
Reach out to someone. Exactly. Let's bring it down to the world of social media. I think we quite mentioned social media in our previous conversations, but let's bring it down now to social media and mental health. Sorry, how do you think social media affects mental health positively and negatively?
Okay, let's deal with a positive one first. So positively, it's helping in a way that right now everyone on social media is talking about men's mental health. So an example is females are now making videos telling men to voice out. Females are now encouraging us all, because even males find it difficult to encourage fellow males, because we are all feeling like nobody is there to save us. But right now, most mental health conditions about men are really related to either family, finances, or relationship, and these things have females in it. So it's really important for social media to let everyone feel like it's okay not to feel okay. And some men tend to share their experiences, and these experiences help other men to understand that, oh, I'm not the only one going through it. I'm not the only one facing this thing. So they tend to get relieved that I'm not the only one overreacting. I'm not the only male crying. If males are now allowed to cry online like how females are allowed to cry, that means we can all live in a good space, and it makes men's mental health okay. The negative aspect, do you know that sometimes when some people post their product, or when they post a picture or a video, when they get less like, they tend to have mental.
Of course, it happens to me. Like
Good.
sometimes you wake up, you go to social media, you post video, 200 views, then when it comes to the likes, like 20 likes, like it gives me some kind of, I don't know, it just
Yeah.
breaks me down totally. But there was this previous post I made. Within 2 hours I got like 100 likes. I was like, wow, that made me very happy, and I wasn't really worried.
Good.
So I think there's
But
an
you
element
know,
of truth there.
currently you're not the one controlling that.
Exactly.
So that means that aspect of your life is being controlled by other people that
Other
don't even know
people.
you.
Exactly.
So if it will cause a mental problem for you, you are going to bear it alone.
Yeah.
The best thing you are going to do is delete the app, or just stop the content creation. So another aspect of social media is certain things on social media puts pressure on us. Imagine someone being on social media shouting that if you are 21 and you are still living in your parents' house, you've lost in life, don't worry yourself. It puts pressure on the male
Exactly.
child. Somebody will feel, they will start comparing people to others. Some people say, look at this person. This person is actually doing better than you.
Then,
And anytime these things that we consume tend to enter our system, once in a while you sit down and it hits you, regardless how you feel, like how strong you feel you are. So this social media has its own positive and negative
negative
aspects.
aspects. Exactly. You made mention of comparison. What advice will you give to students who compare themselves to others online?
Okay, before you compare, just take a second and reflect about the journey the person you are trying to compare with has been. Okay, the journey which the person you are trying to compare has been through.
Yeah.
One, you are comparing yourself to a YouTuber who started 15 years ago. Can you compare your current self to 15 years ago, that YouTuber? Why are you comparing yourself to the person who is 15 years away from you now. So that's one thing we should note. Don't compare yourself to anyone on social media. There are some people that are having a very good financial family background. If parent is able to afford, let's say, a Corolla or a Honda Civic for their child to school, don't be pressured. You should also work hard so that your children can live that lifestyle.
Exactly.
So we are trying to make sure that don't compare yourself to someone's current state. Look at your environment, look at your space, look at what works well for you, and just keep yourself in that space. That's where contentment is one of the best things to keep you away from unnecessary competitions.
Contentment. Be content with what you have, oh. Be content with what you have. Okay, so quick one there. We move on to the quick fire round. Okay, so what are the things you recommend that can improve mental health? One or two
Okay,
things.
more advocacy, just like how we started this year. We should go on with it every other year, and we should even build up on it even more and powerful. And another thing is, men should really involve themselves in this mental health campaign. We should try and talk about it more too.
One thing men should stop believing.
Men should stop believing that men should stop believing that being not being okay is not okay. Not being okay is actually okay.
Okay. One thing every young man should know.
Every young man should know that we are all on a smooth life journey. Your mental health is equally important like your general health. Don't separate the two. Anything you are doing towards keeping a very good system, you should always also gear a similar energy in pushing it into your mental health. Avoid stresses, good exercise, eat well, good sleep, drink enough water. As you are keeping your system body, you are keeping your mental health uh, also healthy.
One word that describes good mental health.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I know, right?
One word that describes mental health. Okay, okay.
I think it's a mind blowing question.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
one word is difficult to say one word. So it's a psychological well-being. That's what I'll say. Psychological well-being of a person.
Okay, so we move on to the final round or the final message round. If a young man is listening to you today, he's very much overwhelmed, anxious, and alone, what would you like him to hear?
Dear young man, it's okay not to feel okay. It's life. It's unpredictable. But don't be too hard on yourself while you are still trying to make yourself look like the future self you are picturing. Also consider your mental health. Don't let unnecessary competitions and don't let unnecessary social media pressure, unnecessary stresses to cause you to do certain things that would detrimentally affect your mental health. Just voice it out anytime you feel any symptom. Show emotions when it's necessary. It's now globally accepted. We really love you. We really need you. Anytime you feel any pressure from within to do anything negative, that's not socially accepted just because you're having a mental breakdown. Just remember this thing and understand that not being okay is okay. Talk to someone today.
Talk to someone. Yes, so what message would you like to leave to everyone listening during men's mental health month? It's tongue twisting, yeah. Men's mental
Mental
health
health.
month.
Yeah, so June is a very interesting month because it's also my month.
It's also my month as well, so it's
Uh,
our
it's our
month.
month.
Exactly.
So what we want everyone to know is just enjoy this month. Feel free within it. Let's try reaching more people. While we are advocating for ourselves, we should also try to reach out to friends. Talk to someone today. Don't ask them how are you doing. The normal how are you doing. Send a voice note. Let it be emotional. How are you doing? Because sometimes the how are you doing will come with I'm fine. But if we make it deeper, like how are you actually doing? They should tell you a deeper version of them, what they are working on, their setbacks, the things that they are going through. And if there's any help you can, don't go and worsen the condition. Try to help someone out. Try to talk to someone. You might be the next person bridging the gap between somebody committing suicide and the other aspect of life.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boachi, for joining us
It's
and
a pleasure.
sharing your insights. To all our young women out there, please don't feel shy to support our men. It's Men's Mental Health Month. And yes, remember, strength is not about hiding struggles. Strength is about having the courage to seek help when needed. This has been Inside Girl Shield with your host, Selassie Rejoice Chuklu. Until next time, stay healthy, stay blessed, take care of your mind, and stay humble. Bye.
Bye.